Before I get started with this video, here is a quick public service announcement to all of those who are running Windows 7 on less than adequate hardware. We'll just put it that way. This has got a Pentium M in it, but I have experienced the exact same problem on a system with a Pentium 4. There's one down there somewhere. I can't see what I'm looking at. There's not enough light. There's too much junk in the way. There's one down there, and I also had I think it's an Athlon 64 3000 Plus in that process box. Did the same thing. There's an update available. I don't know when it was released, but there's an update that destroys the pssnap.sys system file, rendering your system unbootable. It crashes during the startup process with a page fault and on-page area stop error. Alright, we are back, or rather, I am back and you are still here thanks to the magic of video editing. With the HP Vectra VL400 DT, or actually, sorry, this is an SF. It's a small form factor, which I guess kind of makes sense considering it's got the laptop-style optical drive, but if you ask me, this thing ain't no small machine. Today, we're going to be trying to install Anubis, which is based on Methus of some description, which I've never actually played around with. I don't know what its design basis is. I don't really care. I'm just going to try and run it, because what's the fun in doing so? Of course, generally helps if you've got a power cord going to your monitor. So I'm going to have to take care of that, and then I will be back. Once again, thanks to the magic of video editing, I am back and the monitor is plugged in. So, we are ready to go. Go ahead and fire it up. Eject our optical disk drive, which doesn't have anything in it, which is good. Go ahead and insert it. And I want to bring up the boot menu, so that's the F8 key. Spacebar to skip memory test, because we don't need the memory test. Can't hear the floppy seek unless you can, because I can't. Not over top of all the noise. So I want to boot to the CD-ROM, which it looks like it probably would have done anyway, but... Loading stage 2. Anubis Linux. May damage digital monitors. That's funny. Huh, this comes bundled with Boot Nuke. That's cool. So I'm just going to try the default and see what it does. I don't remember what video chipset this has on it, but I don't suppose it'll matter. Undefined video mode number. I'll press paste to continue. Because I don't care. So, it looks like somebody didn't do their homework with regards to that. Of course, I don't know what the problem is. It's not fast so far, but that's fine. I'm hoping this process doesn't take too long, because I've got other things to do. Lots of other things to do. I'm also hoping that it's going to work. Okay, so here comes the graphical X server. This is probably the part where it won't work, because that's usually what ends up happening. Depending upon what X server it uses. I think it just retried, so that's not a good sign. Something tells me this isn't going to work. Okay, configuring, it says. Maybe that wasn't the startup process. Alright. Never mind. I've never seen it do that before. Apparently it's running intrusion detection. That's kind of interesting. I've seen that before either. Where are my glasses? I can't read the screen. Starting hardware extraction, Bluetooth, power management. Not like any of that's needed. KDM, Anubis. Looks like this uses KDE, or maybe it uses Trinity, which is a fork of KDE. Blank. Nice. So yeah, something tells me this isn't going to work. I don't know if you could see that. Probably not. Certainly not very well. If I move the mouse, the pattern changes a little bit. But, yeah, I don't think that is going to work. Well, we can try some of the other options. I might see if I can get this to run at all with the graphical server, or if we'll just move on to the next distribution. Okay, so it doesn't seem to make a difference what I run at. This is the result. I don't know how well you can see it. Oh, you can really see it. That's what happens. I don't know why. So I'm not sure what kind of graphics hardware this thing uses. But it looks like we are going to be trying something else. So I'm going to have to go find something now. Okay, well that's different. I wonder. Apparently the KDM can't handle this. How about this? Let's try this one. Click me. Okay, get out of here. Let's see if this one will actually work. I'll be surprised. I think this optical drive is off balance a little bit. Dynabolic Afro Linux Live bootable CD. 100% free software. Press enter to accept and boot. Well, it just did it on its own, so, okay. I hope that at least one of these is going to work. I think this is going to probably end up about as just the same as the last one. Because it's asking me about, because it complained about unsupported video mode. Okay. I don't know what it is about this system. There must be something wrong with the video card. I might have to go find a PCI video card somewhere. I don't have a lot of them. I got a 3DFX Voodoo card sitting around somewhere. Maybe that will work. But I don't really have any PCI video cards. Most of my stuff is ISA. Because I deal with old machines. This only has, what is it, 3 PCI slots. This doesn't have ISA on it. X-Face. Using X for Intel. It's got Intel video. Looks like an 810 chipset. Okay. 82,815. It's heavy as an 815. Operation failed. Is it going to try again? Using normal frame buffer. Failed to open, using config file. I can't read any of it because it's doing this stupid staggered stuff. Now it's going to try and load the GUI. It hasn't loaded it already. Unable to connect to X server. Okay, well, yeah, that doesn't work, now does it? Gotta love it. I might just say forget it and go get something else. Do I have a backup plan? This would be what, number 3? Maybe third time's the charm, who knows. That's kind of annoying. I don't have a whole lot of currently supported distributions. I think that's it. I don't think it's going to go any further than that. I mean, I could break it by trying to install that. Let's go try something else. Okay, let's try this. This is anti-X Linux, which is the same Linux distribution I had on that. Really? I don't think so. We're not doing that. Try that again, because I'm not putting up with that. What do I have to do? Push escape? Is that the key? Is it supposed to be booting to the CD, not to anything else? Okay, well I don't know why I didn't boot to the CD in the first place. This is an old release, so hopefully I can upgrade it. Also assuming it's going to work. I was going to put damn small Linux on it, but apparently DSL has been updated since like 2008, so that's not really a currently supported operating system either. The real limiting factor is the fact that I can only use a CD-ROM with this. So I might have to find a DVD-ROM drive and upgrade this thing to a DVD-ROM if I really want to do anything. Because I don't really... A lot of distributions now require a DVD, which is kind of stupid, because they shouldn't. The proof of that is the fact that you can have these distributions that don't need a DVD. I don't really have anything else in here I really could run. Unless I go put an older version of Ubuntu on here and upgrade it. Although I've heard that it doesn't work as well. Okay. Well, that's not a good sign. It just killed a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, it should. If it worked on a Neo-Magic Magic Media 256 AV, which I'm sure everybody on the planet has heard of before, not. It should work on an Intel 815 video chipset. There's no reason why it wouldn't. Then again, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of things that'll run on this for whatever reason. Might be forced to put something like OS 2 on it. Which always makes you wonder. If I could put OS 2 on a CD and install it, and see if the graphical shell starts up. It's trying to start. Graphical corruption. Shouldn't take that long. I don't see any dots moving around the screen. This thing was faster on a Pentium 2 366. How is that possible? Oh, there we go. Well, that's promising. There's not a bunch of dots moving around the screen. I do have a mouse. It does work. It's just really slow. Unless there's a glitch on the disc, which there might be. This disc is kind of scratched up, so this might not work here very well either. I think instead of wasting tape time, I'll come back once it's loaded, if it ever has. Well, it has stopped loading, as you can see, but it hasn't actually given me a desktop. So, on to distribution number 4. This is turning into quite the epidemic, just like the first time. This time we are trying something called Tiny Core Linux, which has got 7 different window managers, so hopefully one of those 7 will work on this system. Start with the default. Loading all the extensions. I've already run this in a virtual machine, so I know what it does. Woohoo! It's loading a lot of extensions. So let's see if we actually get a window manager out of it. Because that is what I want. Because once that's done, I can install, and then it looks like it defaults to Fluxbox. Core is distributed with absolutely no warranty. Okay. Well, that isn't quite what I think it's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't think that's quite correct. So I'm going to try another option. It's supposed to be blue, and that looked like a pretty low color depth too, so... Okay, well, here comes try number 2. Which is no better. Let me see if I can get this to work with any of them. Okay, I'm starting to get the thought that maybe trying this out is not such a hot idea, and I should just go and try OS 2, because this is starting to get annoying. None of them are any different, and I'm starting to think that the problem is actually not the window manager. The problem is... So let's open up the control panel, see if I can figure it out this way. X Visa. Let's try number 6. Mouse setup. We have a PS2 2-button mouse. Wallpaper. Yeah, this is a very low bitrate on the color. So I don't think that's going to work either, somehow or another. Wi-Fi. Turn that off. So, okay. Well, I was just blocking the whole thing with my arm. But anyway, looks like we're back to the drawing board. I'm going to have to find another Linux distribution to use, because this isn't going to work either. Isn't that nice? Okay. Now we're breaking out the heavy artillery. Okay, maybe not. It's actually light artillery, but it's artillery. This thing right here is going to run something that is currently supported, whether it wants to or not. So I'm going to put damn small Linux on it and see what happens then. Now I know that damn small Linux has not been updated since 2008, but it is supposedly based on Debian. Debian is rolling release. I can update the Debian underneath it, and it will work. If it doesn't, then I might have to try Puppy Linux, because something that is supported is going to run on this stupid piece of crap. No, you're booting from the CD. Watch me. Just watch me, computer. I don't have the patience anymore for this, because I have spent probably the better part of 2 hours now working on this, when it should have taken 15 minutes. Or 20 minutes. However long it takes to install Linux in this day and age. Okay. 50 megabytes. Boot it. And install it to the CD-ROM. Who cares? Looks like that's black and white. Yeah, that doesn't work either. It's not supposed to look like that. Unless maybe it is. But I don't think it is. Yeah, it's half off the screen. Alright, UI X setup. Let's try this. X Visa is faster. Let's go for that. No, it is PS2, 2-button, US. Okay, that didn't help me. So let's try setting up X Visa. 640 by 480. It's still half off the screen. It's pretty sad when not even damn small Linux will run on your computer. Now, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And I love the moire pattern that that's putting on the camera. That's not intended. Okay. So that's a bust. I might actually go through all 4 of the discs that I got up here to burn stuff on. Let's go try Puppy Linux. Okay. Wow. Yep. I see how this is gonna go. The new version of Puppy Linux, which is based on Xenial Xeris, or however the hell you call that thing, apparently requires UEFI. That's the version they give you. UEFI. What a friggin' mistake that is. UEFI is the stupidest thing they ever did to the PC. Right up there with everything that Windows 10 stands for. Give me the BIOS back. There was nothing wrong with it, and unlike UEFI, the BIOS actually works. Yes, that really is something that I've got a strong opinion about. At least with a BIOS, you can push the F8 key on boot up, and you can get a boot thing under Windows that will give you the option to enter safe mode, without having to first boot into Windows to get into safe mode. Thus defeating the entire purpose of safe mode. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. They're trying to make it like the Macintosh. The Macintosh has had EFI for years. Except on the Macintosh it actually makes sense, because they've designed their platform around UEFI. Windows. With the PC, it's not designed for that. It's designed for a BIOS. So they've taken the whole basic
all the low end of the system. They've indiscriminately yanked it out, thrown this other crap in place of it, which has less functionality, and thinking that it's a good idea. It's not a good idea. It's the stupidest thing ever. Absolutely destroyed the whole platform by putting UEFI in it. There was nothing wrong with the BIOS. And anybody that says otherwise is dead wrong. Anyway. So, there's graphical corruption at the beginning, so I doubt this is going to work too. I'm stuck with tar, which is fine. Because I suppose I can upgrade it after it's done. If it runs at all. Which I don't think it will. I might just go install TinyCore instead, and just live with the graphical issues. Or I'll go find something else in my stash. I'll go find my Ubuntu 14.04 disk, install that, and upgrade it from there. Because that seems to be the only option that'll actually work. Everything else is a broken mess. Of course, as I said, I could probably, and I should, really just go get the frickin' DVD drive out of something, and put that in here, and then I can install something off of a DVD. Which would probably be easier. While I have a mouse cursor, that's certainly helpful. Oh, look at this. It might actually work. Wow. I don't know if the colors are right, though, because it's not loading anything else. Even though it's supposed to be loading out of RAM. That's really slow, I guess. I have a mouse. I can move the mouse. And it is all correct. Yay! Something actually runs on the frickin' computer. Mostly, I've got some really strange graphical things going on now. Wow. Yeah, I've got tearing. That's great. We're talking about a system from the early 2000s here. Based on an Intel 815 chipset. A Pentium 3 CPU. And it can't get it right? What is wrong with these people? Like, come on. What the hell is this? I don't know, you can't really see it. I mean, I suppose if I open something, it might be... Shut up. Get out. Let's go open something. Make it large. No, that didn't help at all. You still can't see it. But there's tearing. There is tearing going on. You might be able to just barely make it out. There we go. The camera would focus on it. There's the tearing. Look at that. Look at that. Like I said, 815 chipset. There's no reason why this crap doesn't support an 815 chipset. Especially this, which is supposed to run on low-end hardware. What's this? Low-end hardware. It's not uncommon, people. Intel had chipsets out in pretty much everything. This is getting to be quite ridiculous. Every time I make a video like this, it always turns out like this. There's always a problem. It's always a showstopper. Well, let me at least see if the stupid networking crap is working. Almost let a swear word out. It's amazing I haven't let a swear word out after all of this. I wanted to get to a whole bunch of other projects. Like, for example, that Northern Micro machine. I wanted to deal with that today. I wanted to deal with the ProSys machine. I wanted to have a look at Haiku. I wanted to do all of that, but I'm not going to get to it because this crap has decided that it doesn't want to work. And now it's not loading my program. Please wait, trying to connect. Did it actually work? It looks like it did work. But it doesn't have an IP address. Yeah, there's no IP address. Okay, you know what? I think I've had enough of this. I am not dealing with it. I don't have the time. I've got other things to do. So, there you go. There's your latest failure in the realm of Linux. I'll just stick with my unsupported operating system that actually runs on it. I guess. Not even Puppy Linux will work. No, I'm not saving the session. It's a read-only medium anyway. What a waste. Eject my CD. care whether this session was saved or not. Just shut this machine off. Thank you for watching. I was hoping that I would have had a better ending than that, but obviously it wasn't meant to be, and I've got other things to do. I'm not wasting my time with this crap anymore.